A federal high court in Abuja has granted bail to the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, his wife, Asabe Bashir, and their son, Abdulaziz Malami, in an ongoing money laundering case. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, Iraqi Kurdish authorities said on Friday that oil production at an oil field operated by US firm HKN Energy has been halted following an attack. The Natural Resources Ministry in the northern Kurdistan region said in a statement yesterday, an outlaw group in Iraq launched a terrorist attack on the HKN oil field in the Sasan area in Dohuk province, damaging the field and halting production. The autonomous Kurdistan region has been pulled into the war engulfing the Middle East, suffering mostly from drone attacks on US bases and interests there. At number 9, UEFA fined Real Madrid €15,000 on Friday after one of their fans performed a Nazi salute before a Champions League match last week. The European Football Governing Body's disciplinary board also issued Real with a partial stadium closure of 500 seats suspended for a one-year probationary period. UEFA punished Madrid for the racist and discriminatory behavior of its supporters in the second leg of their playoff round victory over Benfica on February 25th. European football's governing body said in a statement. Real ejected a supporter caught on camera performing a Nazi salute in the stands before the match began. At number 8, a Deputy Inspector General of Police, Frank Mba, along with several other senior officers, will retire from the Nigeria Police Force following recent leadership changes. This is just as 7 Assistant Inspectors General of Police have been slated for promotion to the rank of Deputy Inspector General of Police. The exit of Mba and other DIGs followed the exit of the former Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, and the confirmation of Tunji Disu as the new Inspector General of Police. Disu was sworn in on Wednesday as the 23rd Indigenous IGP. At number 7, the Senate on Thursday summoned the immediate past Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, over an alleged 210 trillion naira expenditure by the National Oil Company between 2017 and 2023, which the lawmakers say has not been properly accounted for. Invited alongside Kyari are the former Chief Financial Officer, Umar Isa, and the former Group General Manager of the National Petroleum Investment Management Services, Bala Wunti. The Senate committee handling the probe threatened to issue warrants of arrest against the former management officials if they fail to appear before it on a date to be communicated. At number 6, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has pledged continued collaboration with the Nigerian Air Force to strengthen security across the state, particularly in the fight against oil theft and other criminal activities. Governor Fubara pledged while receiving the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Aneke, during his first official visit to Rivers State. The governor said the state's government's support for the Air Force, including the donation of an aircraft in 2025, was a deliberate decision taken at the State Executive Council meeting to enhance security operations. At number 5, a fire outbreak has razed the St. Mary Catholic Cathedral in Bukari, Taraba State, leaving the multi-million naira structure in ruins. The Director of Communications for the Catholic Diocese of Bukari, Reverend Father John Laike, said the fire broke out on Wednesday night shortly after electricity was restored in the area. Laike explained that the cathedral, a prominent landmark in Bukari town, was completely burnt. However, he confirmed that no casualties were recorded. He described the incident as a major setback for the diocese, noting that members of the church were still in shock over the destruction. At number 4, a yet-to-be-identified group has claimed responsibility for the attack on Goshe, a community in Goza local government area of Borno State, where scores of soldiers and civilians were killed and over 300 abducted on Wednesday night. Punch had reported that on Wednesday night, terrorists stormed and burned down a military base in the community, shot sporadically and burned down homes and shops. In a video obtained by our correspondent on Friday morning, the group comprising 5 men said they were determined to claim the territory and to celebrate the coming Eid al-Fitr in the central mosque located in the community. At number 3, suspected Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists abducted more than 100 women and children in an attack on Goshe community in Goza local government area of Borno State, Daily Trust gathered. They also killed some soldiers, the chief imam of the town, and some community elders during the assault, which occurred shortly after Muslims broke their fast on Wednesday. Local and security sources said the terrorists first attacked a military base belonging to the 82 Division Task Force Battalion before storming the community and an internally displaced persons camp. At number 2, the Cross River State House of Assembly has suspended Dixon Ovat Agbor, the member representing Obubura State constituency, indefinitely over alleged violent conduct. The decision was reached during the plenary on Thursday following a motion moved by Davis Etta and seconded by Francis Asuko. In the motion, the Assembly strongly condemned the alleged violent behavior involving Agbor, describing it as conduct unbecoming of a lawmaker and contrary to the ethical standards expected of members of the legislative arm of government. At number 1, a federal high court in Abuja has granted bail to the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, his wife, Asabe Bashir, and their son, Abdulaziz Malami, in an ongoing money laundering case. Justice Joyce Abdul Malik granted each of the defendants bail in the sum of 200 million naira, with 2 sureties in like sum. As part of the bail conditions, the court ordered that one of the sureties must deposit title deeds of properties located in either Maitama or Asokoro, both highbrow districts of Abuja. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.